How's it going, everybody? Brian Porter here from Keller Williams Realty, and I have your November report for Santa Clara County real estate. And I've got a lot I want to cover in a very short amount of time, so I'm going to jump right into it. Believe it or not, I know a lot of people I've talked to are saying this is a terrible market. It actually isn't for sellers a terrible market. It still technically is a seller's market. We're still selling homes in about 14 days, and that's actually down from 18 days the previous month. And so homes are still moving very quickly if they are priced correctly. Emphasis on if they were priced correctly. And so, in a true buyer's market, you're going to expect to see homes sit on the market for 30 days. I would say somewhere around that on average. So the fact that we're still selling homes in half that amount of time tells me that we still are in a seller's market. We are actually also selling homes right about at the value, really at their listed asking price at this point. And so homes that are listed for 1.5 million are selling for about 1.5 million instead of listing them for 1.2 to sell for 1.5. That said, they're still selling for about full ask very quickly. Again, that is a telltale sign of a seller's market. Inventory, we're sitting at about 1.7 months. Now, with all of that said, we are definitely shifting, and we have shifted quite a bit because that inventory is actually up 143% year over year. Again, it's all relative because in a balanced market, we would expect about 3 months of inventory, not 1.7. So if you're going to compare the current market, against the height of this crazy market that we've seen over the last few years, or really several years, then yeah, it's not a great market. If you're going to compare it, just against other normal markets, bear markets, bull markets, sellers markets versus, buyers markets, all of that, we're technically still in a seller's market. So everything is looking good. Do we think that we're going to see a little bit more cooling? I could see us cool a little bit more, but I think that we've seen a lot of that already. Values, we're sitting at $1,385,000 for the median home in Santa Clara County, and that's when you include single families, condos, townhomes, all of the residential real estate. So when I talk about the relativity aspect of this, really, we're about where we were this time last year. So did you miss the top bubble portion? If you're looking to sell, maybe it's going to take us a while to get back to that. It could. However, it is still a good market. And I wanted to show you the chart and just show you where values have been over the last few years, just to kind of put that into context a little bit better. So let's take a look at that. Okay, so this chart is going to show you the month-by-month median prices for all residential homes in Santa Clara County. So this is going to account for condos, townhomes, single families, all residential. And I just wanted to address a couple of things on this chart. There are a million things that we could talk about, but I want to keep it super short. There's a common thread I've had come up recently with a lot of my sellers, and it's, hey, remember in 2019 we had that drawdown that was about actually very similar on a percentage basis to the drawdown that we've had this year. I don't want to be the person selling down here when I could just wait and see it do this. And that's a valid concern. I totally get that. What I will say is if anybody knew exactly when this was going to happen, or exactly when this was going to happen, or anything else, you'd probably be a billionaire. I know I could probably figure out a way to make money if I had that information. Unfortunately, I don't. So what can we look at? What's different between now and then? Is there anything that's different between now and then that would make us think that that's not likely? And there is, and that's interest rates. We've been talking about this for a while, but interest rates between 2019 and 2022, where we're at now, well, it's about double. And like I always say, interest rates, every time they increase 1%, your buying power can decrease by about 10%. And so people that were looking at single family homes last year in the 2.5%, 3% range, a lot of them, if they were at the top of their budget at the time and their income hasn't increased, they're probably looking at condos and townhomes today. That's a very different market sentiment. And that's why I don't think that we're going to see that quick uptrend recovery like we saw that last time. Do I think it's going to drop a bunch more? No. Do I think it could cool a little bit more? Yes. I think that we've probably seen a lot of that drawdown already, but I certainly don't expect to see a big bump in prices going into the next year. Now, with that said, the second thing I'd like to just address really quick is just to bring this all back and just show you for reference, things are not bad. because it still is a seller's market. And let's take a look at October 2021. We were at a median price of about $1.4 million. Well, did you miss this? Yeah, you missed that peak. There was a few months where it went up crazy, and you missed out on that. It is what it is. Where are we right now? Well, we're at about 1.385 million. So we're resting at right around where we were last year when we were pretty happy with the prices. So let's just remember that. I think that things might cool a little bit more, but obviously we're looking pretty good based on the last few years. All right, so I think I'm gonna leave it there. If you're thinking about buying a house, I'm gonna be doing a video for you very soon that's gonna show you, hey, what's the difference between if I were to purchase now for a lower price and then refinance a few years down the road versus what if I were to wait a few years, interest rates come down, but prices are up. I wanna show you the difference between that. I think that you might be surprised there. So that's coming out to you soon, but if you have any questions about buying a home or selling a home in this market, any market, or if there's anything I can do to help at all, I'd love to. So feel free to reach out anytime. My cell phone's 408-813-6865, and you can call or text me at that line 7 days a week. All right, thanks so much. I'll look forward to talking to you next time. Take care. Bye.